Chapter 2. Oliver stood nervously on the auditorium stage, gazing at the sea of people ahead. So many people who would discover Oliver's secret. So Oliver has a secret, okay? Was it really worth it? Was it really worth standing on the stage and revealing his secret? There was only one way to find out. With a deep breath, Oliver began the speech he had practiced for months. Dear Principal, teachers and fellow students, my name is Oliver Kim. I have dreamt of becoming a superhero since I was a toddler. I'll do anything to protect the galaxy. So please accept me into STS and train me to become a superhero even though I'm powerless. Oliver has no power. A huge gasp echoed throughout the auditorium. Excuse me, Mr. Chapman burst out, slamming his palms against the table as he shot out of his seat in rage. Rage, that means anger. A powerless Rubian? But that's impossible. That's preposterous. Preposterous, that means ridiculous. That's... Suddenly, Mr. Chapman's brown eyes lit up and a calm expression came over his face. Oh, wait, of course. I know what you're trying to do. You're faking, that means pretending witness. That means you're pretending that you got no power. You're faking witness so that the school can go easier on you, right? Mr. Chapman was well respected among the Rubians. His outburst was like a trigger for a bomb. Immediately, the crowd's simmering disbelief exploded into furious chatter. So everybody's like chatting, is it true? Is it true? Mr. Chapman's right, some argued. This brat, that means this naughty, terrible person, is obviously feigning weakness to secure an easier path to the squadron. We should expel him. Expel him means kick him out for his lies. Others stood up in Oliver's defense. But what if the boy's telling the truth? They countered. We should keep him in school and help him. Half of the audience chanted, kick him out, while the other half chanted, let him stay. The inauguration ceremony had descended into complete chaos. And no one was more furious about the lack of order, that means the mess and the noise, than Mr. Chapman. Enough! Everyone sit down! Sit down! I say quiet! His loud booming voice pierced the chanting and locked everyone's attention on him. Mr. Chapman took this moment to calm down. As he exhaled, that means breathe out, he looked as if steam jetted out of his ears and nostrils. Oliver Kim, he announced, I place you in handicap class. That means no combat training, that means no fighting training, no internships, and no hope of ever graduating, that means leaving school. All you will do is study monster biology, that means monster science, and attend remedials. Remedials are like extra lessons for the weak students. And you shall remain there until you confess your power, until you admit and tell what your power is, okay? Supporters of the kick him out camp roared their approval. That means those who want to kick him out, everybody started saying, yes, okay, we agree. Now leave, Mr. Chapman bellowed. Oliver sheepishly, that means like very embarrassedly, walked off the stage and towards his seat, his head bowed down in shame. As he walked to his seat, he could hear all the other students discussing among themselves. A powerless Rubian, one said. Is that even possible? Another said. Maybe his power's so great he's scared of showing it. Or maybe it's so useless he doesn't dare show anyone. Within minutes, the students came up with a song about Oliver. It went something like this. Oliver, oh Oliver, ordinary Oliver, what's his special power? Why can't he tell the teacher? Oliver, oh Oliver, ordinary Oliver, how long, oh must we wonder, what in heavens is your power? Oliver wished the ground would open up and swallow him because he's so embarrassed. When the inauguration ceremony finally ended, he could only stare at the floor, pretending to ignore the students staring at him and pointing at him as they streamed out of the auditorium. So much for my first day at school, Oliver thought. I have a song written about me. My discipline master hates me. Could this day get any worse? Of course it could, and immediately it did. Attention, Olivia Kim, a voice spoke in his mind. This is Telepath Ted. I have a message for you from the principal. Please proceed to her office now.